Elden Ring is the most overrated game I think I've ever seen in my entire life. How much are these gaming channels and gaming websites getting paid? Like, it is ridiculous. Like, people are like, this is a 10 out of a 10. Super, oh my god, this game is so amazing.
So terrible, you make one mistake. You're at the beginning of a game. You make one mistake, it's unforgiving. That doesn't make good game design. That doesn't make good gameplay. It's annoying. I don't like it. I'd rather play Devil May Cry 3 any day, Ninja Gaiden any day. This isn't fun.
Oh, god damn it. Wait. I just grieved the worst £100 I ever spent. This is just... Welcome back to Sketch Gaming. I'm goddamn Sketch. Whew, it's been a while since I've said that. Hope you're having a beautiful weekend. Let's get straight into it. Now, Elden Ring took over my life the past few weeks. It is phenomenal. It's definitely, game of the year that it got. I can definitely agree with it. I wouldn't say it's a 10 out of 10, but it's close to a masterpiece. It's really good. The open world, the combat, the survival, the weapons, the just the map itself. It's insane. But other people, on the other hand, don't think so. I mean, this game was Game of the Year, but yet it still get 1-star reviews, and people hate this game. And today, we're gonna go look at that together. So, I guess strap in, have a nosh, have a drink, I don't care, and enjoy the video. But before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you know my thing, don't forget to ring my goddamn ding. Alright, let's see what people are saying. Whew. Okay, so we're reading Steam reviews for this one, because obviously, Steam's very popular. Alright, let's bring up the Steam reviews. I'm ready. Okay, so this one, not recommended. 0 hours in the last 2 weeks, but 10 hours on record. Okay, so he's played at least 10 hours, 3.2 hours at review time. So he's reviewed it by playing... You can't review a game playing it for 3 hours. I mean, maybe you can, but come on. Jesus. Game has a lot going for it. You're goddamn right. The world is immersive. The freedom to go wherever you want and wherever you choose and die. Okay, this review took a turn for the worst. It is great, but it runs very inconsistently. I will get 60 FPS, but when it does, it does not feel smooth much of the time. It randomly stutters no matter the settings. It won't even utilize over 50% of my GPU or CPU. I'll read that back to front. I would wait for them to patch this game before purchase. Unfortunately, cannot recommend for now. I mean, I can kind of agree what he's saying if he's having issues with his CPU or GPU. I mean, shout out to you, Legends. I've got an absolute beast of a setup here. My PC can handle it. But I bought it 8 months prior. So if you don't know, we bought Elden Ring 8 to 9 months. So But basically, when it was all the hype and, Game of the Year was just happening, that's when I bought it for £20. I bought it for a steal. So I can't agree with that. Maybe, I guess you guys have got to let me know down below, but was it really that bad when it came out, or is he just an unlucky one? I don't know. I have had problems with stuttering, maybe frame rate issues, sometimes, not when there's big bosses or anything. You could literally just be walking in the field and frame rate drops randomly. I don't know why. But yeah, that's a weird one. I'll rate this one at least a 2 out of Sketch. I mean, how can you play the game for 3 hours and not change anything? Oh, get out of here. Okay, not recommended. 0.9 hours on record. Posted. Kids, everybody, casual players, pro players. At least it's ticked the box for kids. What is this, Fortnite? What? Why? I don't even understand this review. Get out of here. Not recommended. 8.7 hours on record. Okay, no idea how someone in 2022 can release such a high-profile game in this state and think that it's okay. Avoid it until they give a proper PC port, if they ever do. Now, I'll say it very quickly again. I was lucky enough to buy this 8 months prior, to when the game came out. Not prior. 8 months before all these problems. I've never had any problems with my CPU, GPU, like frame rate issues. I've had, I would say 3 times out of the 50 hours I've played the game, I've had issues. But yeah, I can't agree with this comment, but maybe you guys can teach me in the comments below. I don't know. There's been 2 so far of the way the game's played. So I don't know. A 5 out of 10. It's okay. It's 5 out of 10 Sketch. I mean, he didn't say the game's bad, but he just said it's bad that they think they could release a game in this state, and it's not okay. So I don't know. 5 out of 10 sketch. 87.3 hours on record. He's only put in 100 hours into this game. Let's see what he has to say. Started off very good. You goddamn right. Got tedious, annoying, and boring. After this capital, to a point where I have just decided to stop playing, although I am probably not, only 5 hours away from the end. So this guy can play the game for 100 hours almost and have problems with it. I get if you've got problems with the game, right? Let's say 50 hours to 100 hours. I get the little nitpicks, but how can you get 100 hours? I get 50 hours. Maybe not even 100. 5 hours away from the end. So he's played almost 100 hours. He's 5 hours away from the end. And he's saying it's tedious, annoying, and boring. If it was boring, he wouldn't have been 87 hours into the game, okay? Let's just say that right now. If a game's boring, you stop at 5 to maybe 10 hours. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a good pass. You can stop at 20 hours. But then, why would you continue to play 100 hours if it's tedious, annoying, and boring? 1 out of 10. You know what? A minus 10 out of 10. Get out of here. Alright, not recommended. We got another one with 86 hours. That's almost my hours. That's a lot. Too lazy to put in PlayStation control icons. Okay, so this one I kind of agree with. I had a lot of confusion with PlayStation icon buttons. Right now I'm playing with Xbox buttons. I've tried to do PS4, PS5, well, PS buttons, but it won't like recognize it or something. I don't know if that's just me being stupid or if that's the game. Now there is a bug going on Steam that's been around for years where if you plug in a controller, as I don't play mouse and keyboard, I'll play on controller, it's still on the Xbox buttons. I don't know why. So he does have a point. I'll give him a 6 to a 7 out of sketch. He kind of has a point, but he's got 86 hours. He's got no problems with the game. It's just the ports. Yeah, fair play. 6 out of 10. Not recommended. He's almost got 50 hours on record. I just read it. He's just bad. That's a 10 out of 10. That's a 10 out of 10 review. I'm not gonna lie. He's just bad. Moving on. Not recommended. 404.6 hours on record. Almost 500. Half 1,000 hours. Elden Ring? More like stuttering. You know what? Everyone's talking about the game and how it handles. I'm gonna hold my tongue on it because I was very lucky enough to play the game almost a year after. So was it really that bad? Let me know. God damn. I'm rating this one a 3. Just because he says stuttering, it made me laugh. 5 out of sketch. 45 hours on record. If you love picking flowers, you'll love this game. This game did not have to be open world. It did not have to be open world? This is just bullshit. If you love picking flowers, you'll love this game. I see what he means by picking flowers. Now, in Elden Ring, if you don't know, if you haven't played it before, there's a lot of crafting and gathering, stuff like picking mushrooms, picking flowers, picking lily, everything. It's not just flowers. What is this guy talking about? You'll love this game. This game did not have to be open world. I mean, did it have to be open world or not? No, it didn't need to be, but it was, and I loved it. I had no problem with it being open world. Even if it was more linear and story based, it would have been pretty cool. But the fact that we got an open world, I haven't even scratched the surface of Elden Ring. And going down below the bottom map, I've only just scratched the surface, and I kept going deeper and deeper, and there's still levels to complete. So this is just bullshit. And mine is 1 out of sketch. God damn. Not recommended. 96.7. This guy's always got 100 hours. This game is just like YIIK, and it, I guess he says, fucking sucks. This game is just like Yik. I mean, I've never played Yik before. What does Yik mean? Put that in the comments. What does Yik mean? Is it like a Dark Souls game, I'm guessing? Yeah. It's minus 20. What is this review? This isn't even a review of the game. He's just saying he doesn't like it, but he's got 100 hours, so you obviously did like it, you piece of shit. Let's move on. Not recommended. 0.0 hours last 2 weeks, 8.7 hours on record. So he's played this game for 8 hours, nearly 9 hours. No idea how someone in 2022 can release such a high-profile game in this state and think it's okay. He's talking about the performance again, isn't he? Avoid it until they give a proper PC port, if they ever do. Yeah, I think I just got lucky, or maybe I waited long. Again, tell me if it was that bad. A 5 out of 10 sketch. I mean, it was informative. Why not? Not recommended. 96 hours, almost 100 hours again. Way to go, From Software. I'm guessing they done it. And anti-cheat, and the FPS drops adds to the overall feel and atmosphere of the game. I can kind of agree, but I got lucky again. I definitely feel tarnished now. Yay! I buy the game and get the shoplifter treatment. When will these devs learn? You know what? He made me laugh. I give him an 8 out of 10. He's right. If it was really that bad, then maybe they should have, you know, fixed it, polished it a little bit more. But when I played it, it sure as hell felt polished. So yeah, I digress. 358.4 hours on record. Baby's first Soul game, DS2, is used for true gamers and high-level thinkers such as myself. Well, this guy's just a dickhead. I tell you what, this is 100 minus 100. He's basically just saying that this game's just... He's too good for this game, apparently. Apparently, some people think that. It's like the Rick and Morty fans. What is this, dude? I mean, DS2, never played it. Is it good? Let me know. Is it one of the best games to come out? I don't know. But, all I know is that I've sunk in almost 100 hours on Elden Ring, and, maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe I'm stupider than, what's his name? You know, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm gonna block it. God damn it. Mine is 100. He's just, not recommended. 7.8 hours? Only that? Not even 8 hours. God damn, man. A giant grabbed me in game and reached directly into my GPU. Crashed it. 10 out of 10 immersion. That's a 10 out of 10 sketch. That's a 10 out of 10 sketch. Yeah, 10 out of 10 immersion. You know what? 10 out of 10. I agree. It hasn't happened to me yet because I've been able to fend off the giants, but he missed it. He tapped it wrong. He didn't get the combat down, and his GPU took a crash. Oh, Jesus Christ. Not recommended. 480.6 hours on record. It's not Garfield Kart. It's not Garfield Kart. You know what? I 100% agree. These reviews, man. He's right. I would be annoyed if it wasn't Garfield Kart 2. 10 out of 10 sketch. Again, he's right. Not recommended. 171.5. I don't know why I keep reading that. It just sounds funny. Can't sex the dragon. Can't sex the dragon. I mean, again, I can't disagree with that. He's right. You can't sex the dragon. It's got to be at least 9.9 out of sketch. You know what? 69 sketch. Bateman or Batman. Okay, extremely dull, uninteresting, and especially sparse open world. PvP barely exists. Copy paste story from another soft game. I could never disagree with a comment more than this one. I will give him. Basically, PvP barely exists. I'll give them that, but it's probably better now, and they've changed it, especially the arena. But extremely dull, uninteresting, and especially sparse open world. What the fuck? Did he play the same game? What's he talking about? And he's got 80 hours on record. He obviously loved it because it's 80 hours. If he had like 20 hours or below, I'd agree and say, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt. Extremely dull. Get the fuck out of here. Mythic Dawn, which is his name, 24th of January, pretty close. All right, let's get into it. I don't know how this game got Game of the Year, honestly. All right, this game has poor user experience and poorly ported to PC. It might be poorly ported, I'll give them that. Not friendly with keyboard settings, and there is not enough tutorials and guides for beginners. Again, it doesn't hold your hand, it chucks you in the game and wants you to play it yourself. I love that about games. That's not a diss. Fans call that Souls-like experience, but I would call that, I guess that means bullshit. Bullshit experience that I would have to Google every time I play. I've never brought up Google or a tutorial or anything. The only thing that I've researched about the game is when I find certain bosses or maybe certain clothing items that I want to look at. But apart from that, I figured everything out on my own, and I've got a low IQ, chat. I failed everything at school. Don't get me wrong. This guy's an idiot. that I've googled every time and play. System should be 100% understandable in game, not on Google. You know, talking bullcrap. This Souls-like game are well known for punishing players' mistakes harshly. That should play fair. I should be able to undo my mistakes and retry in better settings. So you basically you're annoyed at the game for being too hard, basically. And I played it. I'll tell you what, one thing I love about Elden Ring is that it brought more players together, because it was a stepping stone for me into Souls games and stuff like that. I've never played Souls games before. The closest I would say is God of War, you know, when you're fighting the Valkyries and you're taking them out and there's like 12 or 15, I can't remember, it's been a while. But that's the closest it's got to since I've played one of these games, and I absolutely loved Elden Ring. I don't know. But saying that it's the game's fault is just be better, just get good. Okay, but this game doesn't allow it. If I made mistakes at the early game, then doomed. Well, exactly, that's the point. It's a Souls game, and I had to suffer forever until I googled the solution. It is the Google that the part of this game. No, oh, it's the Google part of this game. No, this game just let players suffer in their mistakes and call it Souls-like experience. This is just bullshit experience, honestly. How wrong could you be? If you're watching this, my dude, how wrong are you? God damn. I mean, if you have an experience where you suffer, that's your fault. You have to either carry on and trudge through it, or you restart the game and learn from your, mistakes. I remember there was one time where there was a carcass and there was animals at the bottom, but there was a smithing stone or something, a pretty cool item, and I was like, I want to grab that item. I went down there and dropped down, defeated the dogs, and I realized that I was stuck and I had to go through a boss just to get out. So it was my mistake that I went down there just to get a smithing stone for a boss, when really I could have just walked past. But that's my mistake. Don't grab everything, always live and learn. But this guy's just Mythic Dawn, what a name. Mythic Dawn, if you're watching this, you're a goddamn idiot. Oh, well, it looks like that's all the reviews I found. There is more reviews I can review, so if you want me to review more down below, comment for part 2, I guess. There was only about 20 reviews that I found that was worth talking about. What did we find out? I found out that this game actually didn't really have a great PC port, or it stuttered a lot, or even the controls. I don't know. I mean, I played this game 8 months when it came out. Never had a problem. Maybe it did, but I was just one of the lucky ones, playing the game. Yeah. Alright, it's been your boy Sketch. If you're new, don't forget to like, subscribe, anything to my thing. Don't forget to ring my goddamn ding. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Yeah. Peace.
Oh my god, this game is so amazing. Also, don't forget to check out my review, why my anime pillow is better than a real woman.